Oh, that's hilarious. So everybody's piling on Billy, and we're no different in the world. Because this is funny. We all should just take our shot. Forget about the Trump fiasco of him getting COVID and his wife. Let's just focus in on him, Billy O'Brien. Now, there's some talks out there right now. We're going to get a campaign going. What you want to do is I don't know if you want to get, Halloween's coming up. I heard Kevin Wells talking about people dressing up like the Patriots. But look, here's the thing. Billy O'Brien, look, when your name goes from Bill to Billy, it's funny. He was a horrible GM, and we know Deshaun Watson is good, and he's taking a ton of sacks. And I seen him play opening night, and Andy Reid, he was running for his life, and every play seems like a scamper, and it's like he's fighting for his NFL. Like maybe Deshaun Watson could die on this play. He gets out of bounds. He's playing out of his mind, and they don't have a receiver. And here's the thing. They thought Fuller would be their number one receiver, and they just trade away players. They just trade them away. They gave up DeAndre Hopkins for nothing, for a running back and $13 million. They just like, we don't need him. Like, what are you doing? And running backs, you can draft one of those. Hey, you don't see the Chiefs? They got the LSU running back over there. They just drafted him. They had the last pick. And got Edwards-Helaire. And you traded your receiver. Think about it. You could just win in the draft and got Edwards-Helaire. Now you got DeAndre Hopkins, Edwards-Helaire, and they don't have an offensive line. But anyway, this is about Billy. And what you should do is go on Google and Google a picture of him because he looks funny. He does. He looks funny. And by the way, he was the general manager. And I heard Nick Wright talking about how everybody just took shots at him. It's just like he was the GM and they just came up with bad trades for him, Jadeveon Clowney and all that. But this is really comes down to this. He deserved to get fired, and we should all make fun of him. This is the only bright spot of this whole season. This is what I live for. It's been a horrible Monday Night Football. The only bright spot, the whole Roger Goodell fiasco, is all about Billy O'Brien. And he got fired. So we all feel better. You still got your job. I still got mine. We're going to work, or we're going to go on with our life, and you can kiss your daughter and everything's right in the world. You can go get coffee. But Billy got fired. And somehow that makes us feel a lot better that he got fired. And he deserved it. He's a general manager. He was horrible. He was horrible general manager. And they went to the playoffs. They couldn't win a game. They won a couple games, but they were horrible in the playoffs. And he traded away everybody that make that team. Think about it. They don't have any skill positions around Deshaun Watson. None. They don't have anyone where. Tell me, a running back, you could have drafted a running back. Cleveland's got 4. They just drafted. You see anybody see Cleveland, Dallas? There's like 2 running backs. Like, where did they find these guys at? You could have drafted a running back. You could have drafted a running back. And then they got Cobb. Listen, this was his trade. DeAndre, it gets funnier as you look at what he did. It's like, he was like, you know what? How can I implode the Texans? This is going to fast track here. What can I do to just destroy this franchise? And think about it. They made the playoffs. They got Deshaun Watson. They got it right. They didn't get Mitchell Trubisky. They got it right. Even though the Bears could have drafted Deshaun. What are you doing, Bears? What's wrong with the Bears? They passed on Lamar Jackson. They passed on Deshaun Watson. They got Mitchell Trubisky. Oh, okay. I'm not saying he's a quarterback. He's not. He's not a quarterback. He acts like a quarterback, but he's not one. Anyway, we got more jokes for Billy O'Brien. I might do a couple more shows, but tomorrow we're going to talk about Billy and for the rest of the year, and this is all about Billy O'Brien because it's funny. He's a funny guy. He looks funny, and he was a coach, and he was a general manager, and he tried to destroy Hopkins, who pushes off. DeAndre Hopkins, who's probably the second best receiver in the league next to Julio Jones, but whatever, he pushes off. We all know he pushes off, but he got his numbers. All right. So anyway, Best Podcast 2020, man. Listen, on Instagram, Billy O'Brien. You know what? I'm going to keep it going for a while because this is all about Billy O'Brien. No, I'm not. But look, feel better about your day. If you're having a bad day, go Google Billy O'Brien. He got fired, and that should make your day happy. And just look at some of the quotes, and it'll be funny. And if you ain't got nothing to do on Halloween, hey, let's get some Billy O'Brien campaigns, man. Get out costumes. Dress up like who did the Texans face last year they lose to? Dress up as the other opposing quarterback or the other opposing. Can we get a Bill Belichick thing? Just dress up like him one day. I want to get a Bill Belichick mask and take a picture and send it down to the Texans because that's who they are. Billy O'Brien. I love it, man. I love the fact Billy got fired. And you know it was going bad when they start calling Billy. No more Bill. It's just Billy. All right, man. I'll try to be better. Thanks a lot.